Hello, everyone. Today is Friday, October 5th, and actually, I think it's pretty close to the 6th at this point. I think we have bypassed the midnight mark. But that's okay. We're going to call it Friday, October 5th, and today is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. And there's something that has been on my mind and on my heart to share for a while, and I figured what better day to start sharing than on my birthday. So if you have been following me on social media for any length of time, you know that one of my catchphrases or one of my hashtags that I use all the time is fear is stupid. And I've been saying it for a while. I've been using it for a while. I've put it on t-shirts. I've put it on mugs and hoodies and sweatshirts and all kinds of stuff. But one of the reasons I started saying fear is stupid all the time is because I love to do really adventurous things. I travel a lot by myself and I love to just be adventurous and, see what I can get into. And so many people would say to me, oh my gosh, I would be so afraid to do the things you do. Or aren't you scared to do those things? Or, oh my gosh, you must not be afraid of anything. And I started saying fear is stupid because I wanted to get to a place where I knew I was not living my life according to fear, and I wanted to encourage other people to not live their lives according to fear. It doesn't mean I'm fearless. It doesn't mean I don't ever feel fear, but I have decided to not let fear be the determining factor for whether or not I, choose to do something in my life. And so, fearlessness is one thing that I really strive for in my life. It's one thing that I coach people on, and I hope to continue to be able to coach people on. And so it's something I want to share with you, Fearless Fridays. And so today's Fearless Friday tip is do not be afraid to verbalize and vocalize what you want. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. I was having an interaction with someone earlier today, and I was really frustrated by the conversation. And I noticed that I had been frustrated with this particular interaction with this individual for a while. And one of the reasons I was frustrated was because I hadn't fully verbalized what I wanted, and I hadn't really asked the questions that needed to be asked. And I realize a lot of times we do that because we're afraid that the person's going to walk out of our life, or we're afraid that we're going to be judged for asking the question or asking for exactly what we want. And I realize that if we're interacting with someone, if we're dealing with something, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or a job situation or any kind of interaction that you're having, if you're afraid to ask for what you want, that is a huge red flag, especially in relationships. I think in relationships, we're afraid to ask for what we want because we think the person's going to leave us. We think the person's going to leave our lives. And somewhere in the back of our minds, we think maybe this is our, only hope for a relationship. Maybe this is our only chance at love. Or if it's a job situation, maybe this is, we're so desperate to keep the job that we don't verbalize exactly what we want. And so I realized that today that I hadn't fully verbalized what I wanted. And so I just did. I asked the questions that needed to be asked. And I felt so much lighter and so much freer because I knew that I had said what needed to be said, and I asked for what I wanted and asked for the answer that I needed. And so that's today's Fearless Friday tip. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Whether it's a romantic relationship, like if you're afraid to ask for something that you need or want in a romantic relationship, huge red flag. If you're afraid to ask for what you need or want at work, that's an issue as well. Maybe you need to reevaluate the job situation. If it's a friendship and you're afraid to verbalize what you need and verbalize what you want, you got to really look at that and see, what that stems from. Do you feel like the person is going to leave your life because you're asking for what you want? Or is that an insecurity within you? You got to figure that out and not be afraid of it. So that's one thing I want to encourage everyone to do. That's one thing I'm going to continue to remind myself to do is make sure that I verbalize what I need to verbalize. Make sure I'm not allowing fear to keep me from asking for what I want. And yeah, I'm gonna be so much freer. I promise. I believe in it. So I hope you enjoyed this tip. Comment, message me, talk to me. I love a good conversation. So respond. I would love to hear from you. I'm going to get ready to rest because it's been a very rewarding day. It's been my birthday, so I've been enjoying the whole day. But I do have 2 shows tomorrow. So 2 shows. So I hope you've enjoyed this tip. See if you can incorporate it into your life in some kind of way. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. And if you are afraid, then you got to unpack that fear and figure out what you're afraid of. What do you think is going to happen if you ask for what you want? What do you think is going to happen? Until next time, signing off. Fear is stupid. Live, love, go, do, be. We don't sit on couches. Talk to you later. Bye.